So here we have an Old Suffolk Punch 30S mower, which is now made by, or was made by Coldcast, I think it says down there. Just about to see the label. Probably early 90s, maybe 89, 92, something like that bracket. It hasn't been started for a while. Just bought it for 10 quid to see if it runs. And the engine is tiny. It says on it 0.97 kilowatts, which I think is about a couple of horsepower or so. And of course it's something like 100 to 150 cc 4-stroke side valve. Americans call them a flathead, of course, because the head is flat. Pre-war design, so basically no power whatsoever, but it's quite a basic little engine and reliable, which is why they were still using them. Of course nobody uses them anymore. No fuel line on it, you'll see. If we look in here, don't really see a lot, but oh yeah. Just, there's no rust in there particularly. No, it can't make it out on the camera, but there's no rust in there. So we'll get some fuel in it, and we'll see if it starts. Right, straight away it needed a new bit of fuel pipe. The other one had gone hard. You can warm it up and try and get on there, but it didn't really work that well. And it's always good to put a bit of lube on the nipple, as I'm sure you all know, before you try to put the pipe on. See how it connects up around that side? So I'll just do that. Right, so the jungle juice is in. There you go, it's all full up. Let's give it a quick WD-40 all over. Push in there, it's bound to be something stuck. Doesn't appear to be any choke that I can see. Have a bit of look around here. What have we got? A magneto earth wire. Got a mixture screw around the back there. Simple on off, which appears to, maybe the choke's in the middle. By the looks of it, seems to be 3 notches. I'm guessing some kind of butterfly valve in there. Let's put it in the middle, see what happens. Alright, let's give it a little bit of a prime. This appears to be the manual throttle. Let's give it a bit of that as well. Alright, I'm going to try and do this one-handed, if that's even possible. Ha! I'm nearly there. You can see the cord's retraction spring is sticky. It's usually a strip of metal that's just wound up on itself, so it does get a bit rusty sometimes and stick. Let's give it another go. A bit more juice. This is not so easy one-handed, I must say. Let's try a little bit different on the choke setting. There we go. Bingo! Not bad for somebody sitting around. Clutch obviously works. Oops. So the centrifuge, well, first of all the revs don't seem to work very well. Throttle seems to be all or nothing. And the centrifugal clutch obviously just seems to be on, but that's probably because the revs are slightly above its take-up threshold. But other than that, it seems alright. Okay, so I've had a little cut with it. Actually cuts quite well. There we go. Gives you that nice English striped lawn look. That's your cup of tea. Interesting way of stopping this thing. I noticed that down here, that where the magneto wire comes to, you get a nice big spark jump between that. So when it turns itself off, basically that throttle linkage comes down, hits that and shorts out. You see a spark jump between them and basically shorts the mag out, which is really interesting, right below the petrol. But there we go. So it doesn't idle. It does run well on sort of 3/4, half speed upwards. So I would imagine that this apparently a Del Auto carb on here is just full of junk on the idle circuit or the pilot jet. So that just needs cleaning out. Outside that, it runs quite well. I'll just have a quick check of the oil. Make sure there's some oil in it, or a bit more oil in it, basically, before I use it. I've got the box for it as well.